with menopause. No one ever speaks about all the symptoms and all the possibilities of caring for yourself that can definitely help you through this.
Self-care.
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 Self-care
Is very important.
There's self-care and there's self-maintenance, right? Self-care are things that really kind of feed your soul.
Checking in with my mental well-being.
Kind of feed who you are, who you're becoming.
Love yourself.
I don't think we do that enough.
And be appreciative of who you are right now.
That's really where it starts for me. And then everything else is secondary.
I'd love to talk about self-care because sometimes I hear those two words together and I'm like, oh, I know that should mean yoga and I know that should mean meditation and water intake, but sometimes it means Bravo, to me. But I'm curious for you all what self-care at this point in your life looks like and what you do to maintain it.
So for me, self-care is I love hanging out with my girlfriends. I don't have sisters, so for me, my girlfriends are my sisters, and we go out and we laugh, and we just have a really good time. And I said to my husband, I like hanging out with you. We have fun together, but that somehow feeds my soul in a different way than you do.
I get that.
And then I do like to do the yoga and the meditation and the walking on the beach, and that really helps me too.
Dr. Minkin?
I'll confess my addictions.
Please, I'm so curious. What Bravo shows does Dr. Minkin watch? Desperate to know.
My addictions actually go together because I became a gym rat in medical school. And it was like the good and good for you. But my other addiction is Jeopardy. And it's true. So I actually try to time my finishing up work and going to the gym and being on a machine.
I love that.
And it's worked for many years and it seems to help me, I guess.
Wow.
So, anyway.
Megan?
For me, the biggest thing is giving myself the grace to say no. No. And that was really hard for a long time. And I mean, that's kind of a different kind of self-care, but it was putting myself first for once on those days where I really need it. And that could turn into vegging on the couch. It could turn into being something creative. I like to get into the creative stuff. I mean, it could be meditation, but I'm choosing me right now.
It is good to be selfish. We have to be selfish.
Absolutely.
And choose ourselves sometimes, right?
Absolutely.
Dr. Scott, anything to add?
I'm pretty good with my schedule. I have a group of girlfriends that I run with, and I'm very disciplined with my bedtime and sleep and diet. And I'll just piggyback on that. What you eat does make a difference. I think it's a catch-22 because estrogen really makes you crave more carbs because of the serotonin, and then the carbs spike your blood sugar, so you're going to crave more carbs. We're busy, we're eating things that are fast and processed. So if you can do some meal planning and think about women don't eat enough protein and eating the good fats and the right kind of carbs at the right kind of spacing intervals, it can make you feel better.
That's fair. I'm also finding that I'm no longer able to take off weight like I used to. And that's been really tough and is bringing up a lot of my own issues with just vanity. I'm curious, Megan and Shab, how do you balance the desire to look good, to feel beautiful?
It's been really hard to love myself through the weight gain of menopause. So I just try to be kind to myself. I kind of go with it. And then I try to just walk every single day, even if it's 20 minutes. And I find that I don't answer the phone when I do that because it's kind of a meditation as well. So I just try to be with myself and breathe and walk. And so that's it. And I'm trying to love myself. I'm trying.
I'll say for me, I lost myself for a while. When you don't feel good and you're struggling and your body's changing, you kind of tend to go with it for a minute. For me, it was an opportunity to re-meet myself. And your body, no matter weight gain or not, your body is going to change. Things are going to change between gravity, age, menopause. So there is so much you can do and there are big gains you can make, but there are also things that you need to give yourself grace with. There are things that you need to relearn to love about yourself. And that was really the journey for me anyway.
And I feel like the young kids, they're afraid of getting older. They just think it's this horrible thing, and it's actually not. It's quite beautiful. We come into our own. We have a lot more self-confidence. We don't give a AF about a lot of stuff, which we were so concerned about when we were younger. And so the more we talk about it, the more we can help the young people be more comfortable with aging. It's not so scary. We're still sexy and beautiful and vital and vibrant, even though we might be in our 50s or 60s or 70s.
I love that. I love that.
I think we're in a good space for the ages coming towards it, because those of us in here right now, we're getting pretty vocal. We're getting on social media. We're normalizing. We're like saying good enough isn't good enough. We're the first generation that knows just enough to be dangerous to say I'm not going to just accept it. And so I'm hoping that we're paving the way for the generations that are coming after us. I'm thinking of my daughter, and I'm thinking of your daughters, and so I think that it's changing. Those of us in it right now, though, we're still pretty sticky. It's still pretty scary, but it's getting better.
In this day and age, I'm seeing a lot of younger women in their 30s coming in now wanting to be proactive. So I think we're going to change the paradigm for the women that are coming after us.
That's so exciting.